Coming up on this hour of Chris 6 Sunrise, it's been 6 months since an Oasis County family lost their loved one. And today, they're still searching for answers while they feel like they've been forgotten by the ones who were supposed to help.
And here's a look at what other stories we're covering in your neighborhood.
A life lost and a family's message that hopes to save lives. I'm Ana Conejo on the south side speaking to a Corpus Christi family about the loss of a loved one after being hit by a suspected drunk driver.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Chris 6 Sunrise. You're waking up with the Hoffmans today. I'm Michelle Hoffman.
And I'm Brian Hoffman. You know, we're all smiling a little bit wider and our eyes are lighting up just a little bit more because we have our very own Miss Julia Quadia back in the studio for us today. How you doing, Julia?
I'm
He's
good.
a poet and you don't even know it.
Because my feet are Longfellows.
Oh, wow. Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy to be back with y'all. But across those roadways, things are looking pretty good for us this morning. Not going to really have much of any traffic hiccups to be expected right now heading out the door, so that's some good news if you right now need to head out that door. But let's go ahead and take a look at our traffic flow maps here. We can see on Ocean Drive down at SPID and on Saratoga, all three of those roadways are moving well, of course, indicated by those shades of green. Moving on over towards Flower Bluff, pretty much the same nice and easygoing driving conditions right now. As you can see on Walter Road and on Flower Bluff Drive, no traffic issues in sight. Just expect a little bit more of a congestion and slow down as you get a little bit closer towards the gate at NES Corpus Christi. As you can see, there's a bit of a mixture of medium and just mostly slower speeds right now heading in that direction. Just go ahead and just be prepared for that. And then heading on over towards the JFK Causeway, going to and from the island, you can see those shades of green behind me on the bridge. So that lets you know that you're going to be in for pretty nice and smooth driving conditions heading out the door if you need to head to the island or leave the island early this morning. That's it for your traffic report. More details in your forecast coming up in the next few minutes.
Julia, thank you so much. So we're going to get your neighbor news in just a little bit, folks. But first, we have some national headlines to get to that you might want to pay attention to. So the CDC's Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices begins a 2-day meeting today. The committee is expected to discuss and vote on guidelines for the MMRV and hepatitis B vaccines during the first day. The meeting will include 12 brand new members to the vaccine committee after Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. ousted 17 members. The new members include those who have been skeptical about past vaccine practices. Scripps News Group's Joe St. George will join us at 6:12 with the very latest from Washington. And Colorado State University will hold a vigil for conservative activist Charlie Kirk tonight. The university was in Fort Collins, was supposed to be the next stop on Kirk's American comeback tour following Orem, Utah. Kirk was assassinated last week during his tour stop over there.
Now, the House has given lawmakers more money for personal security in the wake of Charlie Kirk's assassination. It's an extension of a pilot program that started in July after 2 Minnesota state lawmakers were shot in June. It gave members $20,000 a month for home security and $5,000 for personal security. The extension doubles the amount for personal security to $10,000 a month, but it does expire on November 21st. The original pilot program was set to expire at the end of this month before this extension. Democrats have released their counter plan to keep the government funded past September 30th. The 1-month stopgap will not get a vote in the GOP-controlled House or Senate, but it does represent a list of Democrats' priorities, and those include reversing cuts to Medicaid, permanently extending Affordable Care Act subsidies, and restoring congressionally approved spending the Trump administration canceled. In the coming days, the House plans to vote on the Republicans' plan to keep the government funded through November 21st.
John Lightfoot was looking forward to being a grandfather again, but that excitement turned to heartbreak 6 months ago when his grandson, Messiah James Oliva, died before he was born after a head-on collision in Annaville.
I held him for maybe 20 minutes, a lifeless child in my arms.
Lightfoot's daughter, Amy, was 23 weeks pregnant and driving her Mercedes. Her husband, Mark, was in the passenger seat when a Nissan, driven by 26-year-old Alexis Rios, crossed into their lane and hit them head on. 26-year-old Justin Puenteo, who was riding with Rios, also died. Rios admitted she had been drinking. Amy is now learning to walk again. Mark still facing more surgeries. Now the family says the DA's office is no longer taking their calls. The Nueces County District Attorney's Office tells us the case is still under investigation and that felony cases like this can take months to reach a grand jury. But the family believes they already have everything they need: the police report, toxicology results, and witness statements.
A life lost and a family's message that hopes to save lives. I'm Ana Conejo on the South Side, speaking to a Corpus Christi family about the loss of a loved one after being hit by a suspected drunk driver. A Corpus Christi family is mourning the loss of Rene Govea Sr., who died in a suspected drunk driving crash on Weber Road on Sunday. Loved ones remember him as a caring, joyful man. His sisters and daughters are demanding justice, with one revealing she also survived a past drunk driving crash. The family hopes to raise awareness about the dangers of impaired and distracted driving in the Coastal Bend.
Hey there, good morning. Happy Thursday. Heading out the door, things will be feeling fairly comfortable across the Coastal Bend. In terms of our skies, things will be mostly clear, eventually leading towards mostly sunny conditions by this afternoon. And rain chances, while those won't be too promising ahead for us today, we got better rain chances ahead for us this weekend that will continue into the early part of next week. But right now, let's go ahead and get you what you need to know to head out the door right now this morning across all of our neighborhoods right now. Temperatures are mostly sitting towards those lower 70s, increasing towards those lower 80s for areas there along the coast. Here in Corpus Christi, we're right down the middle right now, sitting at a temperature of 75 degrees, 76 over in Beeville. Port Aransas waking up to a temperature of 82 degrees, and over in Rockport sitting at 80 degrees on the dot there. All across the Coastal Bend, mostly looking at our winds coming in at less than 10 miles an hour from the southeast. And of course, skies are mostly clear right now, so it's going to tide towards our visibility, looking pretty decent across the area as well. Looking at our hour-by-hour forecast, we'll see a couple passing clouds, but again, mostly clear and sunny skies all throughout the morning and heading towards the afternoon. Eventually seeing our temperatures increasing towards those lower 80s by around 9, 10 o'clock this morning, then approaching those low 90s by around lunchtime. Also, our wind speeds will increase too, getting towards those lower teens, still coming in from the southeast. Now, so southeasterly winds that will help us out with our very slim rain chances ahead for us this afternoon. They're not going to be really impressive, not anything to be truly hoping for and expecting in your forecast today. If you see that stray shower, just count yourself lucky, because again, they will be stray in nature, and it's really just going to be tied towards that increase of our wind speeds coming in from the southeast by the sea breeze. Other than that, rain chances aren't looking too promising at all for us today. So most of us across majority of our neighborhoods in the Coastal Bend can mostly expect mostly sunny skies and temperatures reaching into those lower 90s. Here in Corpus Christi, expecting a high temperature of 92 degrees. Again, lots of sunshine coming in as those passing clouds will continue to be pretty light in nature all throughout the day today. And again, just a small chance for some stray showers, especially for areas that are along the coast with the help of that afternoon sea breeze. But better rain chances are to come as we look ahead towards this upcoming weekend. We'll see a moisture increase start to come in around Sunday and then increase ahead for us Monday and Tuesday and stick out at least towards the midweek next week. And it's going to be that moisture increase that's going to be tied towards better rain chances that right now look to be pretty beneficial for us on the way heading towards the weekend into your Wednesday next week. So expecting anywhere between isolated to even widely scattered showers and some thunderstorm activity to come into the forecast by that time frame. And of course, we got Tropical Storm Gabrielle that formed yesterday, expected to continue to make its track going further up toward the northeast, just kind of skirting by Bermuda as a Category 1 hurricane. But for us here at home, looking at fairly comfortable conditions and daily rain chances to continue next week.
Julia, thank you so much. The CDC Advisory Committee two-day meeting on immunization practices begins today. Scripps News Group Joe St. George will join us after the break and break down who is on the committee and how some of the decisions made today could affect you.
Welcome back, folks. 6:12 is your time on this Thursday morning. We're taking a live look from our SPID Skycam. You can see traffic picking up quite a bit right now. We're going to check in on any slowdowns plus the weather with Julia Quady. She's standing by. We'll look at forecast. But first, we head to Washington. So the CDC's Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices begins a two-day meeting today. The committee is expected to discuss and vote on guidelines for the MMRV and hepatitis B vaccines during the first day.
Now, to talk more about this, we bring in Scripps News Group Deputy Political Director Joe St. George. Good morning, Joe. So we have two questions for you this morning. There are now 12 new members on the vaccine committee. Can you tell us who is on the committee and what changes might happen that could impact vaccine access for children?
Yeah, I think there's a little bit, there's a lot of context we need to provide with this story this morning, don't we? I mean, this committee isn't exactly a household name, right? It's not like we're talking about the Supreme Court or the Federal Reserve here. For years and years and years, we didn't really cover the Advisory Panel on Immunization Practices, ACIP, as those in public health or those in the medical community like to refer to it as. And that's because for years they pretty much looked at flu vaccine guidelines and rubber-stamped other traditions when it comes to when vaccines should be administered. It got more attention during COVID. It's getting a lot of attention now, and perhaps the most attention it's ever received today. That's because of all the changes that Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., the Trump administration, has made, removing 17 members earlier this year. 12 new members are now on this panel. Why does this panel matter? Well, this panel makes recommendations to the CDC on vaccine guidance in this country. CDC, yes, has final say here, but their input really, really matters. And this advisory panel's input suggestions can impact what vaccines are covered by insurance. It can impact what vaccines are free for children. So that's why this isn't just a panel of medical professionals getting together and suggesting ideas. There's real consequences here. Traditionally, some of the new members appointed by Secretary Kennedy to this committee that advises the CDC, they do have a history of being skeptical of past vaccine practices and guidance in this country. So that's why change is expected. One change that we could be getting in the next 24 to 48 hours, hepatitis B guidance. Traditionally, hepatitis B vaccine is given to children right when they're born, shortly thereafter. We could be seeing the recommendation be pushed a few years. We could be looking at changes to the chickenpox guidance as well as COVID-19. So an extremely consequential public health meeting taking place today. And look, I know this, right? I'm talking to viewers, hearing from viewers. People are confused out there. I spoke with a pediatrician earlier this week who just said this advice: if you're confused, talk to your doctor one-on-one. Maybe get off the internet a bit. One-on-one, talk to your doctor about where things are. And that's probably the best advice anyone can have if you're a little bit confused about where things are with vaccines in this country right now.
Good stuff, Joe. Thank you so much.
Yeah, some great advice, too. Looking forward to talking again very soon.
Hey there, good morning, and happy Thursday. Heading out the door, things will be feeling muggy, but not quite as muggy as it could be. We are seeing a bit of a dial back in terms of our moisture here in the coastal bed, and that's also going to tie towards our rain chances not really looking quite as promising as they could if we had, of course, more moisture in the atmosphere. So taking a look at our current dew point values, they're dialed back a bit. Usually they're sitting towards those mid-70s. Now, across most of our neighborhoods, sitting in those upper 60s to low 70s across the area. So still muggy or oppressive in those 60s and 70s for our current dew point values, but again, not quite as increased as they usually are for us here in the coastal bend. So we're dialing that dial back a little bit, and that's going to add towards why conditions are fairly comfortable starting your Thursday morning. Of course, also it's going to be tied towards our mostly clear skies during the overnight hours. So that allows for that heat that we gather during the afternoon to really go up towards the upper levels of the atmosphere, leaving us a little bit more cooler here at the surface. So that's why temperatures fall a little bit more, heading towards those lower 70s for areas a little bit more further inland, lower 80s for areas that are along the coast for us this morning. Corpus Christi kind of right down the middle, currently sitting at a temperature of 75 degrees. Now looking at our planner here, we'll gradually increase eventually towards those lower 90s, a little bit close towards lunchtime, still heading on towards that range by 2 o'clock this afternoon, and again reaching that afternoon high temperature of 92 degrees. We'll see that our skies will be mostly clear throughout most of the morning, full-blown sunny conditions by the later afternoon hours and heading towards the early evening. Temperatures, of course, course, will drop by 6 o'clock this evening into those upper 80s. Wind speed still coming in from the southeast, close towards around 15, maybe up to 16 miles an hour. But it's going to be those winds coming in from the southeast that's going to add towards our very slim rain chances coming to the forecast by this afternoon. Stray showers will be expected close to lunchtime, continuing towards the afternoon hours, then decreasing by around 6 o'clock this evening. Again, rain chances are not promising for us today, so if you do see a stray shower in your neighborhood, just count yourself lucky. But better rain chances are going to be on the way for us this weekend and to the early part of next week. This is all going to be tied towards our moisture increase that's going to begin to gradually increase as we head towards the weekend and then going towards the early part of next week. So even by Wednesday next week, we'll still be looking at pretty decent rain chances on the way, and maybe even a cold front that could skirt its way close to us here in the coastal bend or push through completely as we look ahead towards your Thursday. But that's literally a week away, so things could change. But that cold front could be added towards our rain chances ahead for sticking around throughout most of your week next week.
For many in the coastal bend, soccer is more than a sport. It's part of their culture.
But in Mexico, we have soccer running through our veins.
I'm Adam Beam with the club, hoping to make it more accessible for neighbors no matter where they come from.
Welcome back, folks. Target is ramping up next-day delivery options ahead of the busy holiday season. The chain says it's expanding next-day deliveries for online orders to 35 U.S. metro areas by the end of October. Target says the service is free for orders over $35, and even faster delivery options are available. Target says it's now offering same-day deliveries to more 80% of the U.S. population, and the retailer says it plans on expanding delivery options even further into more than 20 additional metro areas next year.
Well, Cracker Barrel is reporting a drop in customer visits after intense backlash over that proposed logo change and renovations we told you about. So Wednesday, the company said that traffic has fallen 8% since August 19th. The Old Time restaurant chain said that if the trend continues, it expects the rest of the first quarter of its 2026 financial year to be impacted. Cracker Barrel had plans to renovate its restaurants entirely, but it only completed 4 remodels by the time it paused its efforts earlier on this month.
So do you want to make a difference just by eating out? Today you can. Just head to P.F. Chang's at La Palmera Mall and help support the Texas State Museum of Asian Cultures. From 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., show the official fundraiser flyer on your phone or printed, and 10% of your bill will go directly to the museum. It's a simple way to support cultural education while enjoying your favorite meal. We have the flyer posted on our website.
Alrighty, good morning, good morning. Taking a live look outside from our first community bank sky cam atop the USS Lexington. You can see that our skies are mostly clear, and that's going to kind of remain to be the same throughout the rest of our morning and heading towards the afternoon, eventually leading, of course, towards our mostly sunny skies and not truly promising rainfall in the forecast just for us today. But looking at that traffic flow, things heading on towards the New Harbor Bridge, going to and from the Portland area, looking at pretty nice and smooth driving conditions right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of the traffic flow map, see what you can expect on other roadways throughout the area. On the other side of town, heading onto the JFK Causeway, going to and from the island, looking at nice and easy traffic flow right now, heading on over towards Flower Bluff. A little bit of a mixture of medium speed that you may see throughout portions of Waldron Road, all clear for the most part on Flower Bluff Drive, and heading on quickly over towards downtown, Ocean Drive, SPID, and Saratoga. All 3 of those roadways are moving well for you this morning, letting you know that you got a pretty easy Thursday morning commute ahead of you. That's it for your traffic report. Details of your forecast coming up after the break.
Now, weather on the 6s.
Hey there, good morning, welcome back. Taking a live look outside now from our Snoopy's Pier Sky Cam, sponsored by CCAC. You can see that our skies are lightly filled with clouds right now, not so much. This is going to continue throughout the morning and heading towards this afternoon. Eventually we'll be greeted by mostly sunny skies and not so promising rain chances ahead for us, but things will get better in terms of those rain chances ahead for us this weekend, and that's going to continue into the early part of next week. So while rain chances won't be looking great today, we got more opportunities on the way later on the extended forecast. But right now, getting what you need to know to head out the door to get your morning started. Things are feeling pretty comfortable across the coastal bend. We do have a bit of mixture natural moisture and humidity that's still in the area in our atmosphere, but just not quite enough to lead towards those better rain chances that I mentioned that are to come later on in the forecast, just not today. Temperatures across the area sitting into those lower 60s in areas like Freer, lower 70s as well, all the way up towards the lower 80s for areas there along the coast. Corpus Christi smack dab in the middle, sitting at a temperature of 75 degrees right now this morning. So all in all, I think most of us are waking up towards pretty comfortable conditions to get our Thursday morning started. Take a look at our hourly planner here. We will eventually see our temperatures reaching into those lower 80s by 10 o'clock in the morning. All throughout the day today, few passing clouds, eventually mostly sunny, clear skies by the afternoon. That's going to continue into the evening and later on tonight. That's going to be adding towards why you'll be looking at comfortable conditions each and every morning because of those clear night skies. And for our temperatures, eventually reaching to those lower 90s by 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Then we'll stick around in that range all throughout the afternoon, eventually hitting an afternoon high temperature of 92 degrees here in Corpus Christi. Now, our rain chances, like I mentioned, not really looking promising at all for us today. That's only going to be tied towards a bit of the help of the afternoon sea breeze. It's not going to be truly helpful enough to give us great rain chances, but a stray shower or two will be possible throughout the afternoon until we head towards the early evening hours. Then our rain chances will be slim to none, and nothing can be really expected by that point. So if you do see a stray shower in your area at any point today, certainly by the afternoon with the help of that sea breeze, just really count yourself lucky. But all of us will see better rain chances ahead by this weekend, and that will continue into the early part of next week. That's going to be tied towards our moisture increase. It's going to begin over the weekend and then continue next week, even heading towards around the midweek on Wednesday. Rain chances will still be looking pretty decent ahead for us, with anywhere between isolated to even widely scattered showers and thunderstorms that will be possible, again, beginning on your weekend, really on Saturday, all throughout your Sunday, even heading towards Wednesday and potentially even Thursday, as we will be expecting maybe a cold front that could skirt its way close by to us here in the coastal bend. Of course, that's literally a week away, so things could change in terms of the forecast. But either way, rain chances that will be daily ahead for us beginning by this weekend. We can definitely use that help in terms of our drought monitor here. We can see conditions across the coastal bend are anywhere between that abnormally dry to even moderate drought conditions across our neighborhoods here, and not really seeing much of any change with today's update with our drought monitor. So things are not super in dire straits, but we definitely do need some beneficial rainfall in terms of our drought conditions here in the coastal bend, and certainly with our lake levels across the area too. Now, an update on the tropics. We do have Tropical Storm Gabrielle that became a tropical storm yesterday. It is forecasted to eventually become a Category 1 hurricane as it continues its venture up further north and making more of a northeasterly shift, kind of skirting its way on by Bermuda. So not expecting any major impacts for anywhere really landfall in terms of worries or conditions for that system. But we do have another area of low pressure that's expected to become a tropical wave off towards the coast of West Africa. 20% chance of formation over the next 7 days over this area of low pressure right now. So we could have another area of development with more tropical systems, because of course it's still hurricane season, not quite done with that just yet. But looking at our 7-day forecast for us here at home, no tropical trouble, just hopefully better rain chances on the way that will be coming in by this weekend and could continue to the early part of next week with those daily showers and thunderstorms that will be possible, and we'll continue that warm stretch with temperatures still near average in those lower 90s.
We have a crowd here ready to spice things up for you guys, because we want to tell you about a fun event that's happening in Kingsville, all for a good cause, right?
A deliciously fun event. That's right. It is the Family Fun Fest, brought to us by our friends over at Coast Life Credit Union and, of course, the Focus Foundation. I have Mr. Jaramillo here with me. Can you talk to us first off about the event, and especially about all of this fantastic chili?
Yeah, so it's a huge chili cook-off that we're looking for teams to sign up and help us support educational grants from the Focus Foundation. Chili cookers will start as early as 9 a.m., start cooking their either home style or traditional chili, and they have till noon to turn in their best chili. And best home style chili and traditional chili win $1,000 each.
What do we have here today?
So we have 3 chilies that my wife and I were working on last night for you guys. Each one will represent either traditional or home style. First one that I want to feature here is Grandma's Bourbon and Beans Chili from that. This is considered a white chili. Next right here, we want to have fun with this. We have Michelle's Glam and Spice Bean Chili from here. The secret ingredient in this is actually pepperoni.
Oh, I can see the chunks in there. That's very glamorous.
And the next one is Brian's Lone Star No Bean Chili.
Oh, I'm so glad you named this one after me, because this is my favorite so far. Delish.
And you have little smoked sausages diced up in that one.
Missy Garcia, talk to me where these funds go and what the Focus Foundation really focuses on.
We are able to provide grants to teachers who basically pay out of their pocket when they're having to do things in their classrooms or, do things for the children. And that's basically what it's for. Over $330,000 have been poured out into our communities with our teachers specifically, and organizations that serve, that provide services to children. So it's for them as well.
We talked about the chili. We talked about some of the other fun that people can have, but there are food trucks. There's live music. There's free
I saw a lot of free petting zoo.
It's a huge free community event for anybody to attend. We'll be inside the JK Northway Expo Center. We'll be featuring over a couple dozen nonprofits in there. They'll be promoting their resources to the community, and there we'll have free games, free rides. We have blow-up obstacle course, a slide, and all that. We'll have a train going around that people can ride as well. And then outdoors is where all the Chili Fest fun will happen. We'll have the chili cookers out there cooking, giving out samples to the public as well too. And then we'll have great entertainment and some great bands on a main stage out there.
Sounds good. Well, thank you so much, Eric, and thank you so much for bringing the whole Coast Life Credit Union team. Of course, if you want more information, just visit our website, christv.com. We'll post a schedule and a link for you guys.
Hey there, good morning and happy Thursday. So heading out the door today, things will be pretty comfortable across the coastal bend, looking at mostly clear skies that will last all throughout the morning and heading towards this afternoon. Temperatures will slowly increase, reaching towards those lower 80s by 9 o'clock in the morning, already approaching those upper 80s by around 11, and then by lunchtime heading into those lower 90s, and we'll stay in that range throughout the afternoon, only expecting an afternoon high temperature of 92 degrees here in Corpus Christi. We will have a small chance of seeing a couple stray showers throughout the forecast later on by this afternoon with the help of that afternoon sea breeze. Nothing truly significant. If you do see a stray shower in your neighborhood, just really count yourself lucky. But better rain chances are to come in the forecast across the coastal bend as we look ahead towards this upcoming weekend. And that's going to last towards at least the early part of next week, maybe perhaps even to the midweek. Daily rain chances will really start to kick off ahead for us this weekend as that moisture starts to build across South Texas. But either way, temperatures will still remain warm heading into those lower 90s, maybe approaching those mid 90s as we look ahead to the early start of next week.
From Chris 6, this is 20 minutes of non-stop news.
Welcome back, folks. Thank you so much for joining us for our 20 minutes of non-stop news with the Hoffmans. I'm Brian Hoffman.
And I'm Michelle Hoffman. We have plenty of neighborhood news for you as always. But first, let's check in with meteorologist Julia Quady. She's back with us this morning.
Hey, good morning, Julia.
Hey there, good morning, you guys. So heading out the door, things will be fairly calm, not only weather-wise, but even in terms of your traffic flow, thankfully this morning. As we take a live look outside from our SPID Skycam, as you can see a lot more neighbors hitting those roadways, getting their Thursday morning commute on. But in terms of that heavier traffic flow, not really applicable there. Things are still moving pretty smoothly, even though you might see more of your neighbors right now hitting this road at this hour. Let's go ahead and take a look at our traffic flow maps you can expect on other roadways throughout the area. Hang on Ocean Drive down at SPID and on Saratoga. All three of those roadways moving pretty well for you for the start of your Thursday morning. Moving on over towards Flower Bluff, pretty much the same nice and easy and smooth conditions right now. Walton Road, Flower Bluff Drive, all those shades of green, of course, indicating smooth traffic flow. Just a little bit of median speed as you get a little bit closer towards the gate and AS Corpus Christi. But other than that, again, all across the Flower Bluff area, you can expect some nice and easy driving conditions, and pretty much the same thing as you head towards the JFK Causeway going to and from the island. Expect no traffic issues for the most part across most of your roadways here in the coastal bend right now. That's your traffic report. More details in your forecast coming up in just a bit.
Thank you so much, Julia. Appreciate it. So we're going to check back in with you in just a little bit.
Yes, but first, from two Nueces County families wanting answers after losing loved ones in fatal accidents to a Corpus Christi soccer club embracing the game along with their heritage. We have you covered in your neighborhood check-in.
John Lightfoot was looking forward to being a grandfather again, but that excitement turned to heartbreak 6 months ago when his grandson, Messiah James Oliva, died before he was born after a head-on collision in Annaville.
I held him for maybe 20 minutes, a lifeless child in my arms.
Lightfoot's daughter, Amy, was 23 weeks pregnant and driving her Mercedes. Her husband, Mark, was in the passenger seat when a Nissan, driven by 26-year-old Alexis Rios, crossed into their lane and hit them head on. 26-year-old Justin Buenteo, who was riding with Rios, also died. Rios admitted she had been drinking. Amy is now learning to walk again. Mark still facing more surgeries. Now the family says the DA's office is no longer taking their calls. The Nueces County District Attorney's Office tells us the case is still under investigation and that felony cases like this can take months to reach a grand jury. But the family believes they already have everything they need: the police report, toxicology results, and witness statements.
A life lost and a family's message that hopes to save lives. I'm Ana Conejo on the South Side, speaking to a Corpus Christi family about the loss of a loved one after being hit by a suspected drunk driver. A Corpus Christi family is mourning the loss of Rene Govea Sr., who died in a suspected drunk driving crash on Weber Road on Sunday. Loved ones remember him as a caring, joyful man. His sisters and daughters are demanding justice, with one revealing she also survived a past drunk driving crash. The family hopes to raise awareness about the dangers of impaired and distracted driving in the Coastal Bend.
I'm Tony Jaramillo near NAS Corpus Christi. This past week, Congressman Michael Cloud commented on the House passage of the National Defense Authorization Act. It includes the Depot Investment Reform Act I told you about in late July. That act would help keep jobs at CCAD. Congressman Cloud calls these items victories for District 27 in the 2026 National Defense Authorization Act. I spoke with the executive director of the South Texas Military Task Force, Creston Cook, about some of these amendments and what it could mean for the future of CCAD.
They're a help. They're a big help. And without them, I don't think CCAD could maintain its workforce.
The National Defense Authorization Act will now head to the Senate for further consideration. Near NAS Corpus Christi, I'm your neighborhood news reporter, Tony Jaramillo, Chris 6 News.
That's the mantra students, supporters, and staff, like Executive Director Nikki Horman said as they made their way to Tuloso Midway's Education Foundation. This marks their 20th year helping teachers and staff to provide better education to its students. Nikki Horman is the Executive Director of the foundation. She tells me over the last 20 years, they've awarded 426 grants, totaling up to more than $1 million. The money going towards field trips, school supplies, and much more, all to make learning fun again. The foundation's overall mission is to ignite the spirit of education for future generations of students to come.
Chris 6 News celebrates Hispanic heritage.
I'm your neighborhood news reporter, Adam Beam. Whether you call it football or soccer, the passion for the sport lies on and off the field, with one club here in Corpus Christi hoping to bring it to a whole new generation.
A total of 3.5 weeks.
I've been the USL2 head coach for the past 4 seasons.
I started 4 years ago. Not quite 2017, but I've been here the longest.
While their time with the Corpus Christi Football Club varies, one thing remains the same: their passion for the game. A game that's been rooted in heritage for many. The football club has been bringing soccer to Coastal Bend residents of all ages.
It's just an all-around sport who helps kids emotionally, physically, and mentally.
That support being felt among the team and the soccer community.
Hey there, good morning and happy Thursday. Heading out the door, things will be pretty comfortable across the Coastal Bend. This is going to be tied towards a few things. Well, one, that we have moisture still here in the Coastal Bend, but not quite as much as usual. So the little dial backwards in terms of our moisture and humidity is going to add towards things feeling less oppressive and less weighty in terms of having a lot of moisture in place. But that's also going to be tied towards our temperatures somewhat cooling down and having mostly clear skies overnight. So our temperatures fall a little bit further towards near average. So all of us waking up across the Coastal Bend, especially for inland neighborhoods, into those upper 60s or lower 70s, heading closer towards the coast. You're a little bit more insulated, closer towards our coastal waters. You're not going to really see a difference. You're still going to be waking up into temperatures in the lower 80s. Here in Corpus Christi, though, we're smack dab in the middle, waking up to a temperature of 75 degrees right now. But all of us will see an increase eventually in our temperatures, reaching to those lower 90s by the time we reach around lunchtime. And we'll stay in that range by 2 o'clock in the afternoon, as we are only expecting an afternoon high temperature of 92 degrees here in Corpus Christi. We'll see that our wind speeds will increase throughout the day, eventually reaching anywhere between maybe 15 up to 16 miles an hour. But it's going to be an increase of those wind speeds and, of course, that wind direction coming in from the southeast for the most part. That's going to tie towards our ever so slight rain chances expected by this afternoon. Now, they aren't truly impressive. They're not promising either. We're only expecting at the very best a couple stray showers that could make their way into the forecast by this afternoon, a little bit close towards lunchtime. That's going to, of course, begin to dissipate as we approach the evening around 6 o'clock, and then rain chances will be pretty much done for the day. So if you do see a shower in your neighborhood, just really count yourself lucky and count your blessings on that front, because rain chances today are just not truly shaping up to be truly promising for us across the coastal bend. But better is to come as we look ahead towards this upcoming weekend. It's going to be tied towards our moisture that's going to be increasing over the weekend into the early part of next week, as we'll start to go up towards that very humid, even flirt a little bit with that oppressive range with that moisture increase. So that's going to be tied towards better rain chances ahead beginning over the weekend, and that will carry on over at least towards Wednesday of next week. We'll be expecting anywhere between isolated to even widely scattered showers and thunderstorms that will be possible in the area, and we definitely need it, because looking at our drought monitor behind me, even last week across the coastal bend being under moderately dry or abnormally dry conditions here in the coastal bend, and not really seeing any improvement since for our update this week today. So any drop of rain that we get in the forecast is definitely appreciated, not only for our drought conditions in the area, but also for our lake levels that still have yet to see any improvement in our area. So looking at our 7-day forecast today, promising rain chances not really holding up for us for now. So just expecting mostly sunny skies, temperatures in those lower 90s, but daily rain chances will be coming in by this weekend and last into next week.
So you may have heard the expression that cash is king, right? Well, these days you may be paying royal fees to actually get it. Scripps News Group's Holly Furfer explains.
It used to be taking cash out from an ATM was not that big of a deal. But now almost every withdrawal comes with a reminder. Money doesn't grow on trees, as Stephen Cates with Bankrate tells us.
Now for the third year in a row, we're at an all-time high. ATM fees are getting very close to nearly $5.
ATMs have been around since the late 1960s, but it was in the early 1990s when they became mainstream, and withdrawal fees have been steadily growing ever since. In fact, in 1998, the average cost to withdraw cash was less than $2 a transaction. By 2008, the fees were $3.43, and today they are $4.86 on average.
It can bite when you're trying to get $50, $100 out and you're giving away, 10 or 5 to 10% of that.
Bankrate surveyed 25 metropolitan areas and found that Atlanta has the highest fee per transaction at $5.37, followed by Phoenix, San Diego, Detroit, and Cleveland. The cities with the lowest ATM fees on their list: Philadelphia, Seattle, and Boston.
The ATM infrastructure exists, and if you have fewer people using it, you potentially need higher fees spread over those fewer transactions to support it.
Banks usually do not charge their customers to use their own ATMs, but when you go out of network or use non-bank affiliated machines like in gas stations, banks tack on those fees.
Credit unions, online banks, even some brokers like Charles Schwab or Fidelity, those are readily reimbursing ATM fees and are actually one of the best options to go and look for a way to not have to pay ATM fees.
However, there was a bit of good news. Bankrate also looked at fees related to overdraft charges and found those went down a slight bit. And fees for insufficient funds in your checking account are at their lowest point ever. Holly Furfer, Scripps News Group, Atlanta.
Now, 6 things to know before you go.
The CDC's Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices begins a 2-day meeting today. The committee is expected to discuss and vote on guidelines for the MMRV and hepatitis B vaccines during the first day. So the meeting will include 12 new members to the vaccine committee after Health and Human Services Secretary RFK Jr. ousted 17 members. The new members have been skeptical of past vaccine practices.
The House has given lawmakers more money for personal security in the wake of Charlie Kirk's assassination. It's an extension of a pilot program that started in July after 2 Minnesota lawmakers were shot in June. It gave members $20,000 a month for home security and $5,000 for personal security. The extension doubles the amount for personal security to $10,000 a month, but it expires on November 21st. The original pilot program was set to expire at the end of this month before this extension.
Democrats have released their counter plan to keep the government funded past September 30th. The one-month stopgap will not get a vote in the GOP-controlled House or Senate, but it represents a list of Democratic priorities. Those include reversing cuts to Medicaid, permanently extending Affordable Care Act subsidies, and restoring congressionally approved spending the Trump administration canceled. In the coming days, the House plans to vote on the Republicans' plan to keep the government funded through November 21st.
One Shoreline Plaza is scheduled for a foreclosure auction next month. That's according to a notice for sale filed by the Nueces County Clerk. The property is located downtown at 800 North Shoreline Boulevard along the waterfront. It was originally secured by a $24 million loan in February of 2015. According to the notice of sale, the borrower, One Shoreline Plaza LLC, defaulted on loan obligations. The trustee sale will take place Tuesday, October 7th at 10 a.m. at the Nueces County Courthouse.
The Corpus Christi Municipal Court is hosting community court over at the library this weekend. It'll take place Saturday from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. over the Janet F. Hart Library. You can speak with a judge to address tickets and violations, request defensive driving, set up any payment plans, and resolve any active warrants. The Janet F. Hart Library is located at 2629 Walton Drive.
If you want to make a difference just by eating out, today you can head to P.F. Chang's at La Palmera Mall and help support the Texas State Museum of Asian Cultures. From 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., show the official fundraiser flyer on your phone or printed, and 10% of your bill will go directly to the museum. It's a simple way to support cultural education while enjoying your favorite meal, and we have the flyer posted on our website.
So the Strong National Museum of Play has released this year's finalists for the Toy Hall of Fame. Some of the finalists include Furby, Battleship, Connect 4, Slime, Tickle Me Elmo, Spirograph, Trivial Pursuit, and the Scooter and Snow. The three of the finalists will be selected later on this month for induction into the Toy Hall of Fame. The Strong National Museum of Play created the Toy Hall of Fame back in 1998, and since then, 87 toys have been inducted. The Strong Museum says that the Hall of Fame honors toys that have achieved iconic status too, and sustained popularity over time. I used to love Battleship. I've never never played the Settlers of Catan though. I hear that's a good one.
This is honestly, I think, my childhood in a nutshell.
Oh, the lightsaber too? I still play with lightsabers.
I love Furbies. I don't care what anybody says. Furbies were my thing.
Furbies walk so Boo Boos could run.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's so true. Yeah, they are the thing of nightmares though. Same with the same with Teletubbies.
They love you.
Yeah.
No Teletubby slander. That was my childhood too.
They're so freaky.
No. I like them.
Well, will today's weather give us nightmares?
Wow, what weather can give you nightmares?
It's stormy weather? Oh, snow, yeah.
Snow.
We have PTSD with snow in back from Reno. Oh man, feet and feet reporting it. My eyelashes froze shut the last time I did a live report in a snowstorm. I had to do it blind.
That is a nightmare. No, nothing of nightmares then. We got all sunny skies here in the coastal event for us today. We will be expecting that our rain chances won't be super promising for us today, but better will be expected by the end of this week, heading towards the weekend and continue into the early part of next week. But right now, let's go ahead and take in this gorgeous view from our Snoopy's Pier Skycam, sponsored by CCAC, where we got little limited cloud cover right now, just a couple passing clouds in our skies. That's going to be most of our forecast today. That's going to lead towards mostly sunny conditions as we head towards eventually this afternoon. afternoon. So again, things aren't looking very promising in terms of rainfall. A couple stray showers at best expected as we head towards the afternoon with the help of that afternoon sea breeze. But again, rain chances not looking truly impressive for us here in the area today. But let's go ahead and see how that applies to our dog walking forecast. But first, introducing our star for today, we got Tucker here, and Tucker can expect some pretty nice and easy conditions heading out the door at any point today for that dog walk. At least, of course, for the morning hours, things feeling at their most comfortable with those lower temperatures. As we approach around the 9 and 10 o'clock hour, temperatures will be mostly sitting towards those lower to mid 80s and approaching those upper 80s by 11, and then knocking the door of that 90-degree temperature around lunchtime. And that's going to be pretty much the range that we see for our temperatures all throughout the day today. Only expecting a high temperature of 92 degrees here in Corpus Christi, so we'll stay in that range throughout the afternoon in those lower 90s. But again, like I mentioned, there is a chance for us to see a couple stray showers in the forecast. Not looking promising. If you do see a stray shower, just really count yourself lucky and count your blessings on that. And even if you do see that stray shower, it's not going to really give you much of a heavy downpour. That's going to really help you out in terms of maybe your lawn being a bit dry. So any shower activities not looking at our true best of what we can expect here right now. Only expecting those coming in around lunchtime throughout the afternoon, then dissipating with what little rain that we see in the forecast today by around 6 o'clock this evening. But like I keep teasing, better is expected to come in the forecast ahead for us this weekend. That is going to be set to last into the early part of next week. That's going to be tied towards our moisture increase. So as moisture gets a little bit more heavier in our atmosphere here, so will our rain chances, with those daily rain chances, I might add, coming in by this weekend.
Ooh, we got to keep an eye on that.
Yeah, bring the umbrella.
Yeah, we need it.
Well, hey, thank you so much, Julia. Thank you, folks, for tuning in. We really appreciate you. Go out and have yourself the best Thursday you can. We'll see you soon.
Bye.